Every man reaches a moment in life where he loses people, opportunities, and stability. But what if I told you that this moment is not your downfall? It's the beginning of your true strength. Don't scroll. If you feel alone right now, if you feel like everything is slipping away, you need to hear this. Because when a man has no one left but Allah, that's when his real power starts to rise. Listen carefully. Sometimes Allah removes people from your life, not to hurt you, but to make room for the strength He wants to place inside you. Your heartbreak, your loss, your loneliness, none of it is random. These are the signs that Allah is rebuilding you into a man who depends on no one but Him. If life has pushed you down, if you feel unseen, unheard, or unsupported, understand this. Allah is preparing you, training you, and strengthening you in ways you don't yet realize. True strength begins the moment a man shifts his dependence from people to Allah alone. As long as he relies on others for validation, support, or emotional rescue, he will continue to feel disappointed and broken. People, no matter how sincere, are limited. They get tired, they forget, they change, they fail. But Allah is Al-Gayoom, the one who never tires, never leaves, and never forgets. When a man finally realizes this, something powerful awakens inside him. A heart that is rooted in tawakkul, not expectations. This shift transforms him. He stops chasing the approval of people and starts seeking the pleasure of Allah. He no longer fears being alone because he knows he is never truly alone. He walks with dignity, confidence, and clarity, because his strength is drawn from the most powerful, not the most unreliable. Relying on people often brings emotional instability, anger, jealousy, insecurity, hurt, but relying on Allah brings peace. The man who depends on Allah becomes calm even in chaos, firm even in storms, and hopeful even in darkness. His decisions become wiser, his character becomes stronger, and his heart becomes resilient. When a man stops leaning on people and leans fully on Allah, he discovers a strength he never knew existed. A strength that rises from faith, not from the world. Hardships are not punishments for a man. They are the tools Allah uses to refine him, shape him, and prepare him for the life he is destined to live. Every difficulty a man faces carries a hidden purpose. When Allah wants to elevate him, He does not hand him strength. He builds it within him through challenges, losses, heartbreaks, delays, and disappointments. These moments are not signs that Allah has abandoned him. They are signs that Allah is teaching him, molding his character, and strengthening his heart. A man who has never struggled will never mature. A man who has never been broken will never grow. Hardship forces him to look inward, to reflect, to let go of pride, and to turn back to Allah. When he feels overwhelmed, that is when Allah teaches him sabr. When he feels lost, that is when Allah teaches him tawakkul. When everyone leaves him, that is when Allah teaches him reliance. When he is brought to his knees, Allah teaches him the power of dua. Every trial is a form of divine training. Just like steel is shaped by fire, a man is shaped by tests. And every time he survives something he thought would destroy him, he becomes stronger than before. Through hardships, Allah builds the kind of man who is unshakable, resilient, wise, and deeply connected to Him. A man who is truly connected to Allah develops a kind of strength that no force on earth can break. His heart becomes anchored in the one who controls every destiny, every moment, and every creation. When his trust is rooted in Allah, fear loses its power over him. He no longer worries about people's opinions, threats, or judgments, because he knows that nothing can reach him unless Allah allows it. This is the freedom that comes from pure tawakkul. Such a man does not fear the future because he knows Allah has already written it with wisdom. He does not fear loss because he knows Allah replaces every sacrifice with something better. He does not fear enemies because he knows no one can harm him unless Allah wills it. This inner courage doesn't come from pride or ego. It comes from humility, The understanding that he is weak, but his Lord is the most powerful. When a man's heart is firmly connected to Allah through salah, dua and dhikr, shaitan becomes weak against him. People's negativity cannot break him. Life's hardships cannot crush him. Even during moments of loneliness, he feels protected. Even in uncertainty, he feels guided. A man who holds on to Allah walks through this world with dignity, calmness and confidence. He fears nothing in creation because he relies on the Creator of all things. Dua becomes a man's secret weapon the moment he understands that nothing in this world moves without Allah's permission. When he has no one to turn to, when his plans collapse, when his heart feels heavy, his dua becomes the bridge between his weakness and Allah's infinite power. It is in these quiet, hidden moments of sincere supplication that miracles begin. Not because the man is strong, but because Allah responds to the broken-hearted in ways people can never imagine. When a man raises his hands, he is not just asking, he is surrendering. He is admitting, Ya Allah, I cannot do this without you. And Allah loves this humility. It is this sincerity that makes dua powerful, accepted and transformative. Some answers come immediately. Others take time because Allah knows the perfect moment. And sometimes Allah gives something far better than what was asked for. Dua gives him clarity when the world confuses him. It gives him direction when he feels lost. It gives him emotional strength when his heart is tired. It becomes the place where he heals, reflects and releases what he cannot carry. No matter how dark life gets, a man who makes dua is never truly defeated because he has a direct connection to the one who controls every outcome. This is why dua is his greatest weapon. It protects him, guides him and lifts him in ways nothing else can. When a man loses something for the sake of Allah, whether it is a relationship, a job, an opportunity, or a dream, he may feel broken in the moment, but he is never truly deprived. Allah is Al-Badil, the one who replaces, restores, and rebuilds a man's life with something far better than what was taken away. What he loses is not a sign of rejection, it is a sign of protection. Allah removes what would harm him, delay him, or weaken him, even if the man cannot see it yet. Every loss becomes a doorway to a greater blessing. Every closed chapter makes space for a new beginning. Allah never takes without giving back. The only difference is that He gives back at the right time, in the right form, and in a way that elevates the man spiritually and emotionally. Sometimes the replacement is ease after hardship. Sometimes it is stronger faith. Sometimes it is better people. Sometimes it is a new opportunity that would never have appeared without the loss. A man who trusts Allah during loss discovers a peace the world cannot provide. He stops chasing what left and starts appreciating what is coming. And when the replacement arrives in the form of barakah, clarity, goodness, or a new path, he realizes that Allah's plan was never to break him, but to build him. What he thought was an ending was actually the beginning of something far greater.